Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to use the category search. Now, if you recall if you watched the other one to do with keyword search, the other video, this tool is useful when you sort of know what you want to search for on eBay. If you kind of want to get into a certain area, for example, like I used iPods. If you're interested in selling iPods, which actually I don't recommend, I just wanted to use that as an example. It's just too much competition out there for that kind of item. But anyhow, let's say you're selling something to do with horses, maybe horseshoes or something like that. Then you would enter your keyword in here and do that. Now let's say you're starting out fresh and you don't even know what to search for, which is usually the case, and I sort of prefer using this tool. Now what's this one all about? Again, what you can do is you can search different eBay sites. I'll just stick with ebay.com. You can select the minimum number of bids that you want to get for each item that you want to return, and then you have to enter a category number. Now if you don't know the category number, that's not a problem. I've integrated a little useful tool here. All you have to do is click the category. Now before I do that, the purpose of this tool is basically what it does, it will, for the given category, it will search through the entire category, every single listing in that category. So this can take a while if you're searching a large category. And it will return all of the auctions in that category with the minimum number of bids that you specify here. And that's in the current listings, or you can specify the completed listings. And again, as I mentioned in the other video, I've included a little option here to only display the completed items that have sold. Now this little option here only applies to completed items and not current listings only, because obviously current listings they haven't sold yet. Okay, let's do this by using an example. I'm just going to click the categories button here, and what it does, it brings up basically a built-in HTML web browser. Now what you do here is you find a corresponding category that you would like to search. Now if you don't, like you can see here, if you scroll down, there's a lot, and so it can get difficult trying to find which category you're interested in. And what you can do is utilize this little button up here, the find button. You just click that and type in here a keyword. Let's say you're interested in, let's make something up here, children's book. Didn't find that. How about child? Well, there we go, children's books. And I just made that up, and there's a whole category on that. All right, children's books. What you can do is you can memorize the number if you want. It's 279, or just select that number. So all I did is I just took the mouse, double-clicked it like that. This button down here, copy selected. It puts it down here. Click the done button. It automatically puts the number in there for you. It's very quick. And what's cool too is once you've entered that number in there, if you do this little drop-down menu here, it should pop up down there, so it'll always stay in kind of this little history here. If you want to clear this out, you hit the clear history, but it should stay in there like that. Let me show you what I mean. If I actually close the software, now if I restart the software here, go back to the category search. Let me just resize the window so we can see a little bit better. And you go here, it should be in this drop down. It's saved in there for you. Makes it a little convenient, a lot more convenient when you don't have to keep searching for that category number. So let's go ahead and just search the current listings. I'm just going to do a minimum, let's say 5 bids. And I'm just going to search the first page for now, because I know it's going to return probably more than 1 pages, and we don't want to sit here forever. But I just want to demonstrate how it works. Let's go ahead and click that. It's going to go to go to eBay and gather some information. Sometimes you got to be a little bit patient while the software communicates with eBay. It's actually only found 4 pages here, so it's only searched to the first page, and you can find all the items that have these high number of bids. As I mentioned in the other video, you can sort each column by clicking the header, or the column header at the very top here. Now let's go ahead and search for completed listings. And you can see this confirmation coming up here because I'm searching again. It's if you click yes, it's going to continue, and you're going to lose all your data. If you click no, then you have the option to come back here and save your data before you do another search. I'll just click yes and continue. As I mentioned in the other video, you have to be logged into your eBay account in order to access the completed items data. And I will demonstrate that to you in just one moment. So it's found 21 items with over 5 bids on the first page, and looks like they all sold. Now let me go to 0 bids and just explain to you what I mean by all sold here. You'll notice that some of these will be green and some of them will be red. The green color signifies that the corresponding auction sold. Red means it didn't sell. And I'll just show you here what I mean. It's just taking a bit for the software to communicate with eBay. Sometimes eBay is slow, sometimes it's faster. So it depends on how fast eBay is at the time, or how fast your internet connection is at the time. You can see here there's some items that are red, some that are green. The red ones didn't sell, the green ones did sell. As you can imagine, you'd only most likely be interested in the items that are green because you want to look at items that have sold. So to do that, you can select this, only show items that have sold. And it will only display items that are green, which can save you some troubles by searching through all these listings, but there may be a case where you'd like to see some of the unsold items to see what other people are trying to sell out there so that you do not try to sell the same item. Okay, so returned all the items here, and you can see that they're all green. And there's a few buy it now items here with some with no bids yet. Okay. Now what I was talking about, you have to log into the corresponding eBay site. Let me demonstrate that to you. Now, let's say I wanted to search the ebay.co.uk website. I'm going to click here and select a category at the UK website. Let's say I'm going to search for books and manuals in the computing category. Copy selected, done. And I'm going to search the completed listings, 0 bids on just one page. Let's go ahead and do that and see what happens. Now we see this warning message. What you have to do is eBay requires you to log into your eBay account in order to access that data. In other words, you have to be a registered eBay member in order to look at the completed listings on eBay. And in order for Hot Item Finder to access that information, you have to be logged into your account. And in order to do that, all you have to do is click the close button, and a window should automatically open up where you can log into your account. I think I forgot to mention in the other video, actually, it's very important to do this. You have to select this little checkbox here, keep me signed in, because if you don't do that, the software won't actually work. We still won't be able to get the information, so you have to keep that in there. It's because my software utilizes the Internet Explorer search or engine. Some of the functions that I use utilizes the engine in order to grab the data from eBay. So that's how. There's no other way around it. That's the only way that I can collect that information in the software. So you have to log in using an Internet Explorer web browser and not any other browser. I know that some people don't use the IE web browser as their default, but that's okay. It doesn't have to be your default browser. It just has to be installed on your computer, and most computers have it installed. So even if you're using Firefox as your default browser, which a lot of people do, I prefer Firefox over using IE all the time. Unfortunately, I'm stuck using IE all the time for all the software programs I design. So all you gotta do is I'm just gonna sign in. Then you can just close this page. And let's go ahead and try searching again for the UK site. And it should work just perfectly here. As we can see, it worked very well. It returned 96 items, but we had minimum 0 bids, so you can see there's not that many bids actually on the first page of this particular category. So that's basically how you use the category search, which is, as you can see, very simple. But the benefits of using this category search is the fact that you can search an entire category, and the Hot Item Finder will return all of the items that have the highest number of bids based on what you searched here, or sorry, what you entered here for the minimum number of bids. So let's say you put a minimum number of bids of 30, and you searched an entire category there's only 18 pages in this particular category, but let's say you search a bigger category that had 1,000 pages. Just let it run for about, sometimes it could take around 10 minutes, maybe at the most 15 minutes, something like that. And just sit back and relax, go get some coffee, come back, and you'll see that you'll have hundreds of items here that you can see that have high number of bids, and research those items. Go take a look by simply clicking this link and taking a look at the corresponding item that that person's selling. There's all sorts of stuff you can do here on eBay. You check the different bidders. You can ask the person that bid on the items, send them a little email through eBay and see how they like the item. Maybe talk to the seller and say, could you help me find some product that's related to this, and where did you find the source to it? A lot of sellers might not give you that information, but you know what? It doesn't hurt to ask. You can look at the particular seller's feedback, comments, all sorts of stuff, and you can utilize all the features here on eBay to try to make a decision whether or not that this product is going to be for you to sell on eBay. Now here's a little quick tip that I wasn't planning on telling in this video, but I'm going to tell you anyways. These lists can easily be saved as HTML. Let's do that right now. Of course, I'm going to be providing another whole video on how to save, and I'll probably mention that in this video as well, but I just want to do it here for fun. Let's go ahead and save that. I'm going to go and open that file up I just created, which is right here. And this is the HTML file of all that data. Well, here's a sneaky little trick. You can sell this HTML file on eBay. Just say you have all the hot items for a particular category, which in this case, the category that we searched was this one here, which you recall was the books and manuals, computing, and then books and manuals category on the ebay.uk website. And you can list that as an auction. Put your auction. Say I have a hot item list for this category. Sell it for $5, and just give them this HTML file. That's an easy way to use eBay, or use Hot Item Finder and make money with eBay that a lot of people don't do with Hot Item Finder. So that will conclude this video. I just wanted to explain how to use these features, and I gave you a little quick tip on how to make money by utilizing reports generated from Hot Item Finder. Thanks for watching.